Hello dear students, welcome to chapter 4, Materials, Metals and Non-Metals part 3. So in this video we shall discuss on corrosion, reactivity series, displacement reaction and alloys. Corrosion. What is corrosion? Metals react with oxygen, moisture and pollutants in the atmosphere and form compounds on their surface. This is known as corrosion. So due to corrosion, the metal loses its metallic luster. In the long run, corrosion damages the metal and makes it weak. Let us see methods to prevent corrosion. So, corrosion can be prevented by applying paint. Surfaces of iron can be coated with paint to keep air and water away from metal surface. Coating oil or grease. Surface of bicycle chains, door hinges and car engines are not painted but are coated by a layer of oil or grease to prevent corrosion. By galvanization, applying a protective zinc coating to iron or steel to prevent rusting is called galvanization. So these are some of the methods for prevention of corrosion. Reactivity series. So what are reactivity series? The arrangement of metals in the decreasing order of their reactivity is called reactivity series of metals. So the rate of reaction of metals with oxygen, water and acids is different for different metals. Some metals are more reactive than others. The rate of reaction of a metal depends on its reactivity. So as you can see here, potassium is the most reactive metal and gold is the least reactive metal. So we will get to know which metal is more reactive than the other only by considering the reactivity series of metal. Displacement reaction. The reactivity series also gives us information about the displacement reaction. So what is displacement reaction? One element displaces the other element, which is more reactive, is known as displacement reaction. So displacement reactions can take place when a metallic solution reacts with another metal. So if the metal is more reactive, it replaces the metal from its salt. As you can see here the example, zinc reacting with copper sulfate solution, giving you copper plus zinc sulfate solution. So here the copper sulfate solution reacts with zinc. Zinc is more reactive than copper. That is why zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate and forms zinc sulfate solution. So next, what is alloy or what are alloys? Alloy is a mixture of two or more elements with a certain fixed composition in which the major component is metal. So what is the need of mixing up two or more metals? Yes, mixing two or more metals can improve the physical properties of metals. Alloys are generally harder and stronger and have lower melting points. An alloy has properties of a typical metal but differs from the properties of the metals it is made from. So let us see some of the examples of alloys. Bronze, brass, steel, stainless steel, duralumin and pewter. These are some of the examples of alloys. So let us see properties of alloys. So bronze. Bronze is a composition of 90% copper, 10% tin, and the properties are hard and strong, doesn't corrode easily, has shiny surface. They are used in building statues and monuments, medals, swords, and artistic materials. Brass. Brass is a composition of 70% copper, 30% zinc, so their properties are harder than copper, used in making musical instruments and kitchenware. Steel. Steel is a composition of 99% iron, 1% carbon. They are hard and strong and are used in the construction of building and bridges and in the building of body cars and railway tracks. Stainless steel. 74% iron, 8% carbon, 18% chromium. They are shiny, strong, doesn't rust, used in cutlery and surgical instruments. Duralumin, 93% aluminium, 3% copper, 3% magnesium, 1% manganese, light and strong, and are used in making aeroplanes and bullet trains. Pater, 96% tin, 3% copper, 1% antimony. Luster, shiny and strong, and are used in making souvenirs. So dear students, this is the end of chapter 4, materials, metals and non-metals. Kindly study. Thank you dear students.